How to construct a tank from beginning to end doesn't sound like anything too exciting, doesn't it? The creators of this model also put together a comprehensive website that thoroughly explains this creation for historical war lovers who might recognize the tank as the MS-1, a Soviet light tank prototype for infantry support in 1920s production began. In World War II, several or even all of the MS-1 that were built were by Japanese Kubota diesel. For parts of it, primarily, very unconventional solutions are found. For example, the 37mm gun was constructed out of plastic rings assembled into a tube, and now this tube was flattened and solidified to serve as the foundation of the project plan to build a German Panzer I tank in the successive. Now you have this image that you're on the subway on your way home, and someone is sitting across from you with a large shoulder bag. Suddenly, he pulls a watermelon out of the bag and plays games with it. It sounds like a joke or a trick, and that's not a wild scene, but a functioning and real MelonBoy, a YouTuber and an audio programming student from Singapore known as Said is delighted. In addition to a watermelon, he used a Raspberry Pi single-board computer with a battery life of roughly 24 hours, 3 USB connectors, a transportable sound source, and speakers. The MelonBoy is powered by a power bank as the game successfully runs the Japanese known as Player 2. Emerald, for which the Game Boy Advance was released in 2004. This YouTuber in India contributed a perfect video tutorial filled with a detailed list of everything required, including plywood, some 250-watt electric motors, bicycle rims about 10 inches, caster wheels like those used in supermarket carts. After watching this video, you can make an excellent hoverboard. A battery that can give up to at least 7 amps, like those relied upon for uninterrupted power supplies, does not admittedly look great. In 2016, the United States had to initiate the recall over 500,000 hoverboards from numerous companies to make sure that the battery on unsuccessful models was not prone to overheating. You can assemble this hoverboard with the parts you selected for it just as you want. This author added to his list of preferred activities the opportunity to ride in a pontoon boat instead of a regular outboard motor. The boat had 8 paddle wheels, with each blade able to flip up to 3 times. Consequently, the boat was more elegant than the watercraft typically utilized. For example, it can turn instantly and remain in continuous operation since only 2 levers are used. The machine was made in the US, but its features are unknown. Nevertheless, it is known that these vehicles experience problems with waves, so it is perfect for recreation or fishing on shallow seas. Eight successive global ATV sales figures have set world records that have not since been surpassed. Buggy sales doubled between 2012 and 2021. The global popularity of this vehicle is so great that several experts have built their models, beginning with the creator of this version, who is a mechanical engineer from the United States. It was a love for building amusement vehicles. The cruising legislation was formed chiefly with 2 people in mind, and it can even be used for drifting and other spectacular stunts. It's also equipped with the Pirate's big muffler, and all things considered, what a deal! The crossbow was invented around the 4th to the 5th century BC. Some of the earliest theories are that the bow and arrow were assigned to training soldiers. The crossbow served for both convenience and affordability, but it was a bit confusing to use. For example, a firearm system in the 15th century could shoot a target up to 5 miles from 100 yards away, while the players captured more than 300 chickens with a single shot. Crossbows have been incredibly popular, with their immense impact reaching our days. Therefore, a Google search on how to create a crossbow produces a massive amount of results. This recurve bow model is a standout design. It was made by someone who runs a YouTube channel on homemade weapons. It's a double-shot crossbow that can be attached to the arm. Designer and engineer from the Netherlands made a model of an F-35 and operated it, developing unusual clouds of smoke, confetti, and water while visually embellishing the pilot's outfit. The model is not flight-worthy. The truth is that it emits extraordinary smoke and shoots water throughout the day. Moreover, the author found exciting ways to create the model easily disassemble and reassemble. You can move it to various places while riding in the driver's seat because it's built for that type of transportation. It can accommodate children as well as adults, ensuring everyone has fun. Check out this creation of a local automobile mechanic. It took VAZ-2110 to transform this into a fantastic shooting robot, as in the Transformers film. According to the proprietor, it took approximately 6 months to complete the work, and he utilized auto parts from other vehicles, such as vehicles from tractors. The robot has 2 machine guns. The project has endured considerable changes throughout history, but the result is worth it. What started as a child's toy purchased from a supermarket in Singapore has resulted in a magnificent project that the Love Engine master has spent extensive time on. He intends to create at least 2 other vehicles that look like the one on the video, making the most of his creative side. He enjoys thinking about various crazy ideas, even if there are no good solutions. This is perhaps the world's most giant homemade drone. According to the creator of this video, this model was made for a customer from the Dominican Republic and is truly stunning. During test flights, it was able to lift up to 165 pounds. It has 29 propellers and is powered by an 8-battery system. It works with a modified flight controller, the DJI-A2, which supports 9 types of motors and is appropriate for both commercial and commercial enterprises. There exists only this small controller at this time, and it retails for about $700 to $800. It is the creator's first commercial undertaking of this type. One of his works is used by a marketing company from the Dominican Republic, so the fact that this drone could help take pictures there suggests that it had good qualities. The Tesla Ultimate off-road specialists were convinced they could modify a Model 3, put it on tracks, and then raise its ground clearance to 32 inches through the software update. It took the team 6 hours to install the truck. Their team was unable to move the tank on the tracks, and each weighed about 2,800 pounds. Unlike a project that was also tested in Canada, which used tracks of similar length to replace just the ones in the back, the tracks in this project were much larger. They considerably increased the mass of the Tesla up to almost 13,230 pounds. The vehicle was supplied by a free online automotive parking lot that Elon treasured, and you are encouraged to get in touch with us if you wish to see them in action.